Good morning, everybody. Today is a very special edition of Rise and Dine. Now, we've been enjoying this journey, and we've been getting a lot of interesting questions. But the main question we get is, how do you stay fit or relatively fit with all those giant breakfasts you eat? Well, today we're going to give you our tips and our tricks on how we keep things in balance. So stay with us, and we'll take you on this journey. We are not medical professionals. We are not doctors. We are not nutritionists. We are not physical therapists. Everything we talk about in this particular episode has to do with what we do, Stacy and Bob, to keep as fit as we possibly can. So take this for entertainment purposes. We are not giving any medical advice. That's our disclaimer. It is a beautiful Las Vegas morning, so it is time for us to walk. We're gonna go about 55 minutes to an hour. I'll speed it up so you're not watching this for an hour. And I walk about 2.5 miles thereabouts every morning, and that's how I get the day started. So you may be asking yourself, you're 7 years old. Why are you pushing so hard? Why do you train so hard to stay fit? Why don't you just enjoy life and just be? Well, let me give you a little background. When I was young, grew up in New York, Brooklyn, I was very active. My friends and I would be outside from sun up to sunset, just doing different things and playing in the street, playing stickball, punch ball, all kinds of games. We were close to Coney Island. We hop on a train, we get there 15 minutes thereabouts. We're always active. Then I went into the service, was in the Navy. I got injured, and as a result I had 4 spine surgeries. Most of my spine is fused, so that's a lot of what I had. And for a long time I didn't get off the couch. I just stayed there, kind of threw in the towel. And I knew, I love dogs going at it. So for the longest time, I didn't do much, and I was sort of aging rapidly. I was losing my purpose. And the key with any type of staying fit program is to have purpose. Why do we do what we do? Why put the effort out every morning to get up and walk? Why go to the gym and lift weights? Why do anything, For me, it's simple. I do for the things I love, and more importantly, the people I love. My wife, my kids. I got a little 2-year-old granddaughter I want to be around a long time to see her grow up. So that's why I do what I do at 7 years old. And, there's a great Toby Keith song called Don't Let the Old Man In. And that's it. I'm not letting the old man in. I'm going to work hard every day so I can enjoy the things I love. Talked earlier about balance. Balance in my life is very important. I like to eat good food. Love the breakfasts we do, the breakfast shows, and eating those great breakfast, but can't do that all the time. There'll be a price to pay. So you have to earn it. And I earn it by working out the way I do. Walking every day, and then doing some strength training, some mobility work, whatever it takes to keep me fit. So let's continue on. There's Stacy. Where is she? There she is, riding her bike. Good for her. I'm walking, she's riding. That's the way we start the morning. We're wrapping this walk up. It's been about 50 minutes. I'm coming to the home stretch. Anyhow, whatever it takes, you know, I said earlier in my disclaimer, not a doctor, not a physical therapist, not a nutritionist. This is purely what I do, and I'm sharing it with you, and hopefully you feel somewhat motivated and maybe get off the couch and, you know, get out there and work your body, because life is grand. There are too many things to do, too many people to see, too many places to visit. You know, it's just wonderful. So let's go do some strength training now. I have 4 essential exercises that are perfect for functional fitness. So the first one is a press. Now, why do we do a press? Because in life, we may have to put things on a shelf. We may have to put luggage on an overhead rack. We may have to lift up our grandbabies. So we need strong shoulders. That'll be the first exercises. So, well, let's do that one first. I'll show you. Right now, I'm using an X3 bar, but you can use dumbbells, barbells, kettlebells, whatever you choose. If you belong to a gym, they have machines, they have all kinds of equipment. I'm right here in my backyard, so I'm using this piece of equipment that's wonderful, very portable. I picked it up during the pandemic when everything was closed. So, let's do the press. Okay, let's go into what I believe is the 2 most important exercises we can do, especially as we're aging. We need strong legs, we need a strong butt, we need a strong core. So the first one, and frankly, these 2 trump every exercise you could possibly do. So the first one is a squat. Now you could do this, again, at the gym with weights or machine, or you can do, if you have no access to any equipment, you could just dip down like this and come up, keeping your chest up, your butt out, and just do this. Do as many as you can. But the whole deal is consistency. You just want to do this consistently. So I'm going to do it with this band. Okay, so that's a sample of how I do my squats. Now, I can't go all the way down like you should. You should go as low as you can, as parallel as you can. I have back issues, as I mentioned earlier in the video. I was injured in the military and my spine is fused, so I'm sort of limited in my mobility there. But that being said, I do what I can. So now, the next best exercise, the deadlift. And the key with this is to keep your back straight, not hunch over like this. Keep it straight, keep your head up, chest high, and push down with your legs as you're coming up. So you hinge at your hip, like that. Now this is a pretty light band. But when you're doing this at the gym, you could do this again with dumbbells, barbells, kettlebells, and they have machines for this. And it's so essential to functional strength because it develops all here, and most importantly, your butt, your core, all of that is so important. When we age, and our muscles are starting to deteriorate, we need to do everything we can to keep these babies strong. So that and the squat, to me, are the 2 most important functional exercises. Now I'm going to give you the 4th in my 4 essential, and that is the press. Now, Anytime you've seen a weightlifter, they're always on a bench doing a press. You could do this many ways. With the bands here, it's a lot easier. You're not laying down. And the good thing about not laying down when you're doing a bench press, though every time you see a bench press, they're laying down, is doing it this way, is I'm engaging my core. So it's not just I'm working here, I'm working here down to here. And it's sort of like a compound exercises. I'm using more muscle groups than just the one that was intended for. So I'll load up here, put this on, straighten it out, take a breath, and push. Just like if you're laying on a bench, pushing out. It's the same thing. Why I like the X3 bar, and this is not a paid promotion, is its portability. Its ability, if you're traveling, to take it with you. And I've done so in the past. So there we go. So that is the press. So obviously, when you're doing strength training, there are many exercises you can do, but I've broken it down to these 4 essential exercises. You could certainly add to it. You could do work for your tricep, you could do work for your calves, you could do work, you know, if you go to any gym, they have numerous machines, and that's fantastic. The key is consistency, is using them all. And let me say this, if you have never been part of a gym, you know, it may seem intimidating, but I would suggest that you get a trainer, interview a few different trainers, get a trainer to show you the correct form and how each machine, how each piece of equipment works. And you'll enjoy it. And the key is get off the couch. And that's what we're doing, getting off the couch and doing some physical work. Well, hopefully you found some of these tips and tricks helpful, and maybe provide a little motivation, get off the couch. That's sort of the theme of this episode, is to get off the couch any way you can. I remember, I think I was turning 60 at the time, and I wasn't doing too well physically. My sister got me this book. It's called A Younger Next Year, and it's written by 2 doctors, Chris Crowley and Henry Lodge. And I found it very, very helpful. It's all about turning back your biological clock. I assume it was a New York Times bestseller. I assume it's still in print. So I found this extremely helpful. Another book I'd like to share, and I listened to his podcast, and that's how I knew about it, is Peter Attia. And this book is called Outlive. Now this book is all about the science and art of longevity, but it's not just to live long, it's to live well. And that's really what we're talking about here, is why do we exercise, why do we walk, why do we lift weights, or do any type of strength training, is really to live the best life we can for as long as we can. We don't want to live the last 10 years or 5 years of our life infirmed. We want to be strong, we want to be vital, we want to be there for our family, we want to just to enjoy life. So that's really why I decided to do this particular episode, was generally to really to have a conversation, to find out for myself, why do I get up every morning and walk? Why do I go to the gym or use the X3 bar or any other piece of equipment that I own? Why do anything? It's because I love living life. I love being with my wife. I love being with my children, our children. I love being with my granddaughter. And I want to be strong and vital for as long as I can. And I know you guys do too. So hopefully, if you like this, you know what to do, the like, share, and subscribe thing. Hit those buttons and leave a comment. If you want me to do more of these, we can go to the gym and I could show you all kinds of other exercises. But this was just to see if this is something of interest to you all. So thank you, and we'll see you next time at the restaurant. Let's do some strength training. I've broken down exercises into 5. Let's do some strength training. Look at the shoes. Yeah. No. Okay. Let's do some strength training. Let's do some strength training.